Cutting circles. There are many ways to cut circles. Some are really rough, and some are much better than others. Okay, if you want to cut a circle in plastic card, this is 0.5. Tools you've got a pair of scissors. You can use those, and that work. Draw a circle, and you can just basically cut this. It's relatively easy, and it cuts like that. Alright, so you have scissors. The next thing you can do to cut a circle, depends on what size circle, of course, is you've got this. This is a rotary hole cutter. Has different sizes on it. Okay, this is used to punch holes in leather, but since plastic card is quite easy to cut, we can quite easily punch a hole in it, and there you go, we've got a hole. Depends if you want the hole or if you want the bit of styrene. Just put a rod through there, and you can push out the styrene, and you've got your circle. Alright, that's one. That's another one. If those sizes aren't the right sizes, you can buy these. Not that. These ones are leather hole punches, pretty much the same as this one, but you have bigger sizes. I don't know what size that is, probably about 6mm, 7mm, something like that. You can go right down to like a 2mm, and even there's a 1mm one around I've seen on the internet, and they go right up to a large size. Okay, so you've got that. They work quite alright. Okay, you have another one in the same line is this one. This is a replaceable tip. Has a few different sizes, 2, 3 and 4mm. The whole size. You know, that works alright. Okay. What next we have, like I say, depending on the size of the hole you want. Small holes, they're alright. You can get online, you can get precision hole punch kits. I think they're around about $60 or $100, and they're really nice if you want to make little circles for your airplane cockpits and pieces like that. They're alright, but that's above my price range. Anyway, okay, so we want to make circles bigger than these ones. Okay. And next step is we can go I was making this. This is part of a how would you say, an airship. Has a few more different sections to it. So I started to make this, and I needed circles, lots of circles. Anyway, so what I did is I with this one. Here's one. What I did is I printed it out on the computer, and I just cut around that. Cut around that with my little scroll saw here. That worked quite alright, but depending how good you want your internal hole, or how well you'd like your external circle. This one isn't quite. It's not quite a circle because each one is flat. But you could almost make use it as a circle. That would be good enough because you got to basically skin it anyway. So that would be good enough. That's one way to do it, is use this. Right, okay, so if you need a bit more precision than that, you can use these. Basically, what you want to do is you want to have your circle. You want your start location, and just basically spin it around. You've got your cutting blade here. But that only goes up to so far. If you want anything bigger than that, you just got to look for something bigger. I've got a couple of these ones. Can't say that I'm too impressed with these, but they have their job, have their place, I should say. You know, that little pointers here. This one's bigger than that one, and weigh and cut. But just depending on how thick the styrene is. This little thin stuff should be alright. Shouldn't be a problem. But when you get to the thicker stuff, then you really need something better. Alright. Some of these lock in. Some of these bit crappy. Anyway, then what you can do is you can progress to one of these. What you do is you put this in the drill press, and you can adjust these out to the different size you want. And basically you can have a nice clean hole all the way through, and it's repeatable. This was only $5 at the local market. Put in your drill press and away you go. You don't just necessarily cut styrene with this. You can cut wood, you can cut whatever you like. Anyway, and there's one more that I need to show you. You can use these as well. These are old-fashioned hole saws. They work quite well on wood, and plastic won't be a problem. The only problem with these ones is they don't necessarily have the best consistency because they're springy, and they're normally made pretty cheaply these days. You can pick them up for probably $5 at your local market or hardware store, but they're a bit garbage these days. You can get better ones now. I just don't have mine on hand at the moment, but it's much better than that bit of crap. Excuse my French, but that's not very good. I'd pick this over that any day. Good thing with these is they're adjustable. Undo that, adjusts out. Undo that, adjusts out. And what you can do is you can actually undo that, undo this and slide the whole thing out here, so you've got that much extension on it, so which is pretty good. So when you drill down, you just have to be careful. Other than that, that's really good. Depending on if you want the inside outside hole, this one's set up for doing inside holes. So if you actually want the hole itself, flip the blade around, adjust it in, then you've got it for the hole. Yeah, so that's my my take on doing holes. This would have been pretty good if I had this at the time. Wouldn't have had to waste all my time trying to scroll saw it away. Anyway, there you go.